It's just after midnight, making this day one officially, and about to definitely get some sleep. Pretty tired, and we got a long month ahead of us. And right now outside it's kind of snowy and slushy, and we're starting day one in Kabul, so it should be an interesting day. We're heading out to Camp Julian, and we're going to go to the heart of where the counterinsurgency training is, and we're going to hopefully ask some questions and find out what this whole thing's about. So I'm going to retire, and I'll see you in the morning.
Well, it's day one. As you can see, we are all packed and ready to go. And yes, this is about as heavy as it looks. The weather's kind of gross. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. It's pretty slushy and wet out there right now. We're heading out to Camp Julian, and we're going to go to the heart of coin training, and we're going to speak with the experts who teach counterinsurgency pretty much for a living here in Afghanistan. And right now we're just waiting for the sky to fall, apparently. Some snow just fell off of those flags. I guess I should watch what I'm doing. But we're going to talk with the experts, find out what they have to say about counterinsurgency, and you'll get to see firsthand what they have to say. So wish us luck. The journey begins right now. How is counterinsurgency different than how we've been fighting in Afghanistan for the previous 8 years? How is this mindset different from what we've used before?
Counterinsurgency here is not about TTPs. Counterinsurgency here is a mindset. It's how you approach the population. It's the approach that you use as an individual and your organisation in how you deal with locals on the street, the interpreters that work for you, or the cleaners. It's the ANA or the ANP that you might be partnered with when you're doing your patrols. It's everybody here, and it's how you relate to those people. So you could be the best infantry person in the world, but if you're not conducting your patrols in a population-friendly manner, then you're actually still not effective. So it's about a different approach rather than skill set. So it's an attitude.
Okay. And why is that particular attitude so important here in Afghanistan?
Pause. Good question. I think because the conflict has been going on for so long here, and because of the media, sensationalism, this country's pulling out, we're not going to give you money. There's a lot of, hype propaganda on both sides of the fence. There's, stuff that's sensationalised in our own media in the West, and then there's, of course, the Taliban propaganda and the message that they're trying to convey. So the attitude that we display has got to be about strength, and it's got to be about looking after the population first. That's essentially the message, and that we are there to help them. The example that I like to use is, if your house was burning down and I said that I was going to come and help and I didn't, what would you think of me as your neighbour? So if we're going to do something and we say we're going to do it, then we should be prepared to follow through. So that sort of respect, commitment, and long-term strength and support for the people, I think, is very important.
One of the things we want to do in this series is get the folks, the worldwide audience, to know about the people who serve here. So tell me a little bit about yourself, about where you come from and your family.
Okay, I'm a mother of 2 girls. Georgina is 12 and Elizabeth is 7. Dad is at home, taking care of them while I'm here. I've only got a 6-month deployment, which is just long enough actually to be away from my family. But I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here, met a lot of amazing, interesting people, and the best would have to be the Afghan interpreters that I work with. They've taught me so much. It's a beautiful country. They love their families, and it really does make me very sad to see how things have deteriorated here. I would have loved to have been here when Kabul was green and there were flowers everywhere. But walking around the place, you can see that there's construction happening. People are wearing brighter colours. There's a lot more stuff in the market, And yeah, things like that are signs of hope. Certainly makes you appreciate what you have at home a lot more. Yeah.
We're just wrapping up day 1 out of 30 through Afghanistan. And I hope this has been a learning experience for you, as it has been for Nate and I. Day 1, we focused on the pillars of counterinsurgency at the heart of where it's taught here at Camp Julian. And one thing that we seem to get from this is that it's just about being human. Have a connection with the Afghan people. Be yourself. Let them know who you are, and why you're here, and how you want to help them. So we're going to see how that's done across the country as we travel from the highest levels to the lowest levels. And I hope you join us for that. Also, if you have any questions you'd like to have answered directly from Nate and I, go to the forum and there's a questions and answers tab. If you have anything you want to post on there that you'd like us to either answer ourselves or from one of the experts we meet in the field, that's the place to do it. Also, we've opened a new section called Ask an Afghan. And the cool thing about this is now you have an opportunity to get an Afghan perspective directly. We have 2 interpreters that we've met out here that are really excited about this project, and they're really excited about sharing the Afghan voice to the world. So that's your opportunity to talk directly to them, and we hope you take it. Well, that's it for day 1. Hope you join us again tomorrow for day 2 with 30 days through Afghanistan.